Hello, my Nugget Nation! Welcome back, guys! I got a very special video planned for you guys. If you've seen some of my older videos, you can tell I'm a big fan of the series Five Nights at Freddy's. I've loved this series since the very beginning, but lately the games have been kinda confusing. The story is very convoluted, and it makes my head hurt. And the newest game makes the story even more confusing. Like, whatever happened to the good old classic days where you're just a night guard trying to survive from killer animatronics? Now it's just, oh, this happens and that happens and there goes my head. So I decided to, in order to keep my sanity about this series and to not make my head explode from the story, I wanted to take a step back and make things a little bit more simple. I wanted to create my own story and my own headcanon, or alternate universe as you might call it. So this is my first one. I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's Green Mile alternate universe. In order to make things a little bit more simple, we have to start at the very beginning. The summer of 1987, Mike Schmidt, a loyal and hard worker at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, has his feelings hurt by a passing comment from his boss. Wanting to get back at him, Mike sneaks to the back room and tampers with Foxy. He just wanted to make Foxy do things that he wouldn't normally do. One kid got a little bit too close to Foxy and the animatronic decided to take a bite, and the poor kid lost her frontal lobe. Mike obviously gets the blame and gets canned after this event. But obviously Mike isn't too happy about being fired. Wanting to get back at his boss, Mike sneaks back into the pizza place and puts on a costume from the back room. He then goes up to a group of kids and decides to lure them into the back, killing all 5 of them.
Hi, Mr. Bunny Man.
Why the long face, little one?
My doggy died the other day. He ran out into the road and got hit.
Wait, what did your dog look like?
He was a nice fluffy yellow dog.
The gold one?
Yeah, I miss him so much.
He's not dead. He's over there.
Really?
Follow me.
Panicking that someone might come into the back room and spot what he did, he took the kids' bodies and shoved them inside of the animatronic suits, and he decided to go on his merry way. Little did Mike know that he would be caught immediately after this event. He was tried and now is put on death row, waiting for his executions. Now every night he is haunted by the events that he's done and immediately feels regret for what he did. Now the only thing he can do is sit and wait until he dies. So it makes you think, what's gonna happen to the pizza place now? Well, after this whole thing happened, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza decides to close, and all the owners decide to get together to see what the next plan is. And what they come up with is pretty cost efficient and cheap.
Okay, here's the plan. We keep Freddy and Chica. We will fix their designs to make them appear more friendly.
Should we bring Bonnie back?
Absolutely not. You know how people feel about rabbits around here.
And what about Foxy?
Not him either. Remember the bite of 87? We shut him down for a reason.
What do we do?
Don't worry, they will be replaced.
They are now going to open up a location a little bit further down the road known as the Fazbear Funway. It's a simple, slightly larger location with more fun stuff to do, and instead of having animatronics, it's just gonna be people wearing really high-tech looking costumes. Anyways, they hire a couple night guards and the Fazbear Funway is right on track. But there was one night guard that they probably shouldn't have hired. A young woman named Vanessa. Vanessa was just your typical night guard, wanting to pass the time by going on the internet. She decides, you know, what can I do to pass the time? One of her most favorite hobbies is looking at true crime stories. She decides to look and not really have any luck until she comes across one story. The murders that happened in 1987 at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. She thinks, this is an interesting case. And the more she does research, the more she becomes obsessed with it. To the point where every night she's on duty, she always goes on the internet to see and read more about this case. And what becomes even scarier is that Vanessa becomes obsessed with Mike Schmidt himself. She becomes infatuated with him and, in a way, idolizes him. I think the fact that Vanessa becoming idolized with a man such as Mike Schmidt is a lot more terrifying than her being controlled by, you know, some computer virus. It kind of makes things a little bit more real, considering the fact that stuff like this could actually happen in real life. So, spooky. Even though Vanessa has a high-paying job, a good loving family, people who love and care about her, she thinks to herself, I'm going to finish what Mike Schmidt started. I'm gonna get this place closed down for good. And I'll make sure it stays closed down this time. The company didn't want to have an extra student in the back not taking any risks this time, but Vanessa is one step ahead. She decides to construct her own bunny-like costume, made from her own hands and constructed by her. Now suited up and ready, she decides to plan her attack on Easter. On this day, they're going to let the Easter Bunny come in as a guest, and the Easter Bunny is going to host a big Easter egg hunt that would take place all around the Fazbear Funway. Vanessa manages to get there first before the actual Easter Bunny, and she tricks 5 kids into following her into the back while looking for eggs. She already took care of the first 4, now there's only 1 left. She decides to make a sort of big reveal for the 5th and final kid, in a way to show him, hey, look what I did. She takes Gregory by hand into the back room, and what he sees is actually pretty terrifying. He sees all his friends stuffed inside of the costumes of the characters, and Vanessa is like, you see this? You're next. Vanessa gives chase, and somehow, even though Vanessa planned to lock all the doors to make sure Gregory wouldn't get out, he still manages to get out anyway, and Vanessa herself gets locked in. And she's like, what the heck is going on? Suddenly, the costumes begin to get up all by themselves, and they begin to chase after Vanessa. The police manage to break inside of the Fazbear Funway to find Vanessa cowering on the floor, completely traumatized about what happened. They take her to jail, and just like Mike, she is tried and put on death row. It's almost like history is repeating itself. Vanessa is now trapped in jail just like Mike was, waiting for death row, being haunted by the vengeful and innocent child spirits that she decided to take way too early. So, basically, that's my alternate universe. In the Follow Me music video that I make, this is basically taking place in one of Vanessa's nightmares while she's in jail. I wanted to make this video very dreamlike and eerie almost, and I hope it turned out okay. Anyways, that's my alternate universe. I hope you guys like it. And I hope this alternate universe that I created would be a bit more simple to follow for all you fans out there. It certainly is for me, that's for sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And thank you for watching this video, my Nugget Nation. Have a wonderful day. And stay safe out there, guys.